Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brad, and my hands is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 38. Now, for those who don't know, The Walking Dead is being reprinted issue by issue about every 2 weeks or so. Sometimes there's slight delays, and it's being done in color. So, if you've never read the series, it is a great opportunity to dive in and experience it, kind of almost like it was originally released, except in color. Written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard, colorist by Dave McCaig, and lettering by Rus Wooton. Alright, so this is an interesting issue in that I think it shows off a lot of what really works for The Walking Dead. You've got a few storylines going on. Of course, Rick and Lori. Lori, at the end of the previous issue, was teasing that she was going to tell Rick that she cheated on him with Shane, that the baby may not be his. So the question is, how is Rick going to react? Well, we find out in this issue, and I gotta say, like, it's really solid. It's the art, I think, drives it a lot. You can see Rick's face going through the emotions. You can see Lori's pain about having to admit this. It's really driven well. And I think really, again, shows off, and I've said it many times before, is the series isn't so much about the zombies. It really is about the people surviving and how they react and the families they create and the situations they get into and the society they're trying to build. I think this is a prime example of that. You know, she thought that Rick was dead. She would never see him. It was many months between all that, I believe. I think it's like 6 months, if I'm right. So that, the rule, basically, I think it's another example of saying, like, the rules that we knew were kind of thrown out. Some do still exist, and they're rewriting those rules. They're rebuilding society and really figuring out what matters, what doesn't, and where to go from there. I think it's a really solid aspect, and it really kind of boils down what this series is all about. The second part of the story is that a group has gone off, and they're in the RV and trying to find a National Guard depot. And I think this part is great. It's like one full of action. There's some tense moments on that. Woodbury isn't far. Are they going to be caught? Are they not going to be caught? But at the same time, Kirkman fills it with a lot of humor. There's, of course, the opening when they all wake up in the RV. There's how Axel discovers where to go for the National Guard depot. Like, there's just a lot of humor to it, and I think some really solid writing that's subtly done. I think one thing that Kirkman points out, and it's something cool that I'm going to discuss in a second of why the series is actually might be even better than the original release, is Kirkman points out in his notes that there's a page turn and there's kind of like a surprise with a truck, and it's purposely written that way, and I think it comes off so well. It's a subtly done thing, but it enhances the reading. It really enhances the storytelling. As I said, the thing that I really like about the series is Kirkman includes something called the cutting room floor, which has his notes and then his thoughts about his notes concerning the issue. So we get to see what he thinks about what he did, all these decades ago. And the thing that's great is he's critical about himself. He does take the feedback. He does talk about the feedback he gets on things. And I think it's really interesting, not just because he dissects what he's done and even is critical about some of the things he's done, but gives us an insight into his thought process and, what some of his thoughts are regarding, what he heard about issues or what people are kind of thinking about this time. So I actually think it's really cool, and it's the type of back matter that I think really kind of sets this apart and that makes it almost a buy for hardcore Walking Dead fans that want to complete their collections, but also want to learn more about the series. I mean, overall, I think it continues to be a great series to read, especially with all the chaos going on. There's something I think really interesting to go and see this chaos and how it reflects or doesn't reflect our world. And if you've never read The Walking Dead, this is a great opportunity to do that. If you've read The Walking Dead, this is a great opportunity to go back and reread it, and doing it issue by issue as opposed to trades, which is a slightly different experience. So this is out. You can go get it in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code and tell comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own copy. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site. And speaking of support, just watching our videos, you support us, so thank you for that. Now, if you are into comics, if you're into Walking Dead, at Image Comics, Skybound, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.